Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today. Today's question comes from Anonymous.
Ooh.
I haven't heard from Anonymous in a while. He used to write me all the time. Usually doesn't have nice things to say.
Oh.
But let's see what Anonymous in Arkansas says.
It says, how do you learn discipline? I spend so much of my income on going out to eat. I work overnights at Walmart and make $20 an hour, but my bank account always is a race to zero. I borrow money from my paycheck before I get it and use apps like Dave.
Yeah, there is one. It's not mine.
Cash. Oh, to get cash advance? Is it really named Dave?
Yeah, they named it after. They did that on purpose.
Oh, no, Dave. Oh, gosh.
It's a cash
it charges
advance app.
$5 for an instant deposit. I feel like I can't get out of this $3,000 credit card hole that I'm in. I also owe the IRS around $4,000. If I was disciplined with my money, I wouldn't be in this spot. I'm 27. I need to get my stuff together.
Wow. Anonymous, that is a very... I think you have your stuff together. My dad used to tell me that when you recognize a problem, 90% of the problem is solved. And so I think you're on a really, really good path here. I did the same thing, Anonymous. During the Fauci pandemic, I ate every donut in a 50-mile radius, and I looked down, and there was a thing growing on the front of me. It looked like a belly. It was ridiculous. There's still a little of it left, but I haven't got rid of all of it. I said, Dave, you're a mess. Dave, you're an idiot. Dave, you're out of control.
It's not good self-talk.
If you would not eat everything in sight, you would not be the size of an elephant,
You are
Dave.
not an idiot. You were making idiot choices.
I was doing idiot stuff.
But it's not who you are.
Well, I'm just saying. It was not an identity. I did not have an identity crisis. Never fear. But I mean, the point is that I looked down just like you did, and I said, what I'm doing is not working. Mm-hmm. I'm getting negative results for negative behavior. I've got to change my behavior. That's a huge thing. And I did. I hadn't had a donut since the Fauci pandemic. So, I lost 37 pounds, and I've walked every day for 1,473 days as of this morning, at least a mile, up to 5 to 7 miles in most days. So, I get it. I understand. But what did I do there to change my my negative behaviors that were giving me negative results was I said, what has to be true? What has to change? Well, it's, weight loss is a lot like money. It's a fairly simple concept. You eat less. There it is. And you exercise more. There it is. And so with money, what are we going to do? We're going to make more. So you need to probably be working more. And maybe even at a different place, I don't know. You might make more. You might be able to find a better job. And then the second thing, Anonymous, is I would be giving the Every Dollar app. You can download it for free. If you want the upgrade, it's just a few dollars and it connects to your bank. But that's the world's best budgeting app. And what the budget does is it's making every one of your dollars behave before you get them. That's the trick to budgeting, is you say, before it occurs, before the money comes into my hand, I'm going to already have spent it on paper, on purpose, on the app, or whatever.
Yep.
And that will give you control. Then the discipline will come from you saying, I don't want to live like this anymore, so I'm going to live like that. I'm going to be the guy that wrote this stuff down. I'm going to be the guy that doesn't eat a donut. I'm going to be the guy that doesn't sit on his butt and watch Netflix. He's going to get up and go walk 4 miles. I'm going to be the guy that does something different because I want a different result. But you've got something to measure it against. And again, in my case, it was the scales. Yeah. In your case, it's some debt. And your written down budget will give you tremendous motivation if you really mean it. And I'll be honest, I've been doing this 32 years. Reading this email from you, Anonymous, I think you really mean it.
Yeah, and you see things like I spend so much of my income on going out to eat. So like the planning with your money, you plan food though. I mean, like, you know what I mean? It's and just to say, okay, I'm going to meal plan on Sunday night, and I'm going to know what I'm going to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day. And it's not going to be great food. It's going to be cheap, and it's going to be quick. But I'm going to do that
My
instead
buddies
of
want to go out
going
for
out.
a drink. I can't afford to.
Yep, and so it is.
My buddies want to go out to eat. I can't afford to.
And it's like a muscle. It takes time. It takes time to build it. And so there's going to be...
But Anonymous, that couple that was just up here that was making $170,000 a year, they made their lunch and took it to work. Hello? And they paid off $289,000 in debt.
And change is hard, though. And I think like...
Oh, it is hard.
Well, and we laugh at you sometimes, or I laugh at you sometimes, because you're like, change. Just change.
Well,
you do this like clapping thing.
Funny.
And I'm like, but here's the deal. It is difficult because there is a norm that you set in. It's a human experience of like, what I know is normal is comfortable, even though I know it's wrong. And that change, that's almost the scarier step. It's almost the scarier step to say, that's why I say baby step one, sometimes the hardest, because you're like, I'm engaging in something new. And so, in a sense.
Changing to do something that feels hard is hard.
Yes.
But change is not necessarily hard. If you change from driving a horrible car to driving a great car, that's not hard.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess so. That's a good change.
So that's not a hard change, okay? If you change from living in a dump to moving into $1 million house, that's not a hard change. Change is easy when it's what you've got to do.
Benefit. It's when the change has sacrifice.
What you've got to do is you have to say, is this hard change taking me to a better place? Then I got to work my way through it.
Yeah.
Is it worth it? And it's like the bumper sticker when I'm fat from the donuts. I see this bumper sticker and it says, nothing tastes as good as it feels to be thin. And so don't put it in your mouth. It's that kind of thing. You can't outrun a Big Mac. And so you can't do enough exercise to eat Big Macs. It doesn't work. So that's it. And so these things, you get, okay, I'm gonna live like no one else so that later I can live and give like no one else. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but it yields a harvest of righteousness. And so instead of sitting down and looking at my numbers and going, well, this can't be done. There's no way. Instead, I start looking at my numbers and go, what has to change? What must be different? Okay, we're not eating out. We're going to have a written game plan. We're going to look at increasing our income. And when you align yourself to all of those, because the belief that you're getting to, that those are going to take you to a better place, you'll instantly be motivated. No one exercises, well, I won't say that. Most people don't exercise because it's fun. Some of you do, but you're sick. But most people exercise because it's good for you.
But you feel good, though.
You do get a high.
Make you happy.
You do get a high off of it. You do get a high
don't kill their
off.
husbands.
You get a high off of it when you're done.
Name that movie.
But I'm just saying, it's not because it's like, whoo-hoo, And so
Legally Blonde, James.
Yesterday morning it was raining. I did not want to walk. It was not fun. I did not want to walk. What I wanted was the result more than I wanted the action. Yeah, I can't tell you that was fun.
You should lift.
Yeah, I should do something. But but at least I did that. So I could do that. You're trying to find something I can do indoors. I know. But anyway, the point being, Anonymous, I really think you're onto something. I really think there's good things are going to come to your life because discipline. No discipline seems pleasant at the time. His question was, how do you learn discipline? But it yields a harvest of righteousness. The way you focus on it is you focus on the harvest
of what you're going to get. But there's also the day in and day out consistency, that it just becomes a part of who you are. James Clear talks about how new habits, you just take on a new identity. I am a person that fills in the blank.
I am not a person that borrows money.
Yep.
I am a person that does not have credit cards.
I'm a person who takes their lunch to work. That is who I am, right? It's like these new identity markers.
I'm a person with 4 pieces of plastic in my pocket, 2 debit cards, my driver's license, my handgun carry permit. These are the only plastic I own. I don't have any other plastic. That's the person that I am. And, somebody says, well, you need to borrow money to do that. Well, I can't do that because I'm a person that doesn't borrow money. And so you're a person that has discipline. You're a person that works extra. You're a person that doesn't eat out when they're broke. You're a person that doesn't go to happy hour when you should be working overtime. You're a person, and that you're right. That James Clear change of identity and atomic habits is a big deal. Big,
yeah.
Anonymous, I think this is a fabulous question, and I'm really encouraged for you. Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.